virtual collector benefits the consumer or the business owner by giving them the ability to resolve their account whenever they want. For example, we get the largest number of payments and account resolutions and hits on our website on Saturday and Sundays. That's because that's when most people sit down to pay their bills. So when our office is closed and we're all at home, our website is doing the work for us. And it's convenient for the customer. They also have better record keeping because they can go on the website and track the payments they've made on their account. So they have more accurate records with regard to the debt that they're resolving. And of course the biggest thing is it's less stressful. Since we've deployed the virtual collector, we've seen not only an increase in payments, but we've also seen, and I might add during a difficult economy, but we've also been able to lower the number of FTEs because we've grown our payments online from what was 1% and 2% to 10 to 14%. So it's a significant jump in the number of payments that are coming in from online that don't need to be resolved by a human being. So the profitability has increased because this is clearly the lowest cost collection of any collection we make. And by the way, it works for large balance accounts as well as small balance accounts. We've actually collected debts for commercial and consumer debtors online, people who have self-resolved in excess of $50,000. We also obviously collect a lot of small balance accounts as well. So it's working across the board. How does a virtual collector compare to a regular collector? Well, first of all, let me tell you, I'm not anti-collector. Experience tells me that I'd rather have my best collector working 100 accounts than an average collector working 300 or 400 accounts. They're just going to be more successful. They're going to be more successful because they know, first of all, when to pitch a settlement, when to pitch the best payment plan, when to pitch balance in full, how to negotiate the best possible plan for everyone. And that's exactly what the virtual collector does. And in fact, it can do it in multiple languages, and it can do it to thousands of people simultaneously. So what we've done is we've taken our best collector and given him the ability, or her the ability, to speak to thousands of people at once, as opposed to a few hundred people in a week. Obviously, the result, the virtual collector is not the total solution to debt collection. It's going to be a big part of the solution in the future, and it's a big part of the solution today for ACCESS Receivables. But there is no one solution to anything. Actually, the percentage of people paying in full on the web through our virtual collector is higher than what it is typically in our office. 50% of the people that go to the web to self-resolve their account are actually paying more money to the virtual collector than they pay our live collector. And in many cases, that's because our collector sometimes stays within their comfort zone and doesn't ask the debtor for more money. So the virtual collector doesn't do that. The virtual collector pitches you on balance in full, and then will drop to a larger payment based on this intelligent decisioning that we're running behind the scenes, looking at credit bureau scores and things like that. And it's making the best possible resolution. It's making a win-win situation for the debtor and for the customer. Well, the specific results we've seen have been a tremendous growth in our online payments from 1% to 2% to 10 to 14% a month. But behind that, it's also resolving accounts that historically weren't resolved by traditional methods. So it's the accounts that we're not responding to our phone calls and our letters, who are now going online and resolving. It's accounts that immediately go to the website because they're so used to doing all their business transactions on the web. And it's really just simply keeping up with the way consumers and businesses are transacting business today. The World Wide Web and the Internet is the way people are managing their lives. So we want to be there. You know, competing in the marketplace, today there are over 2,000 collection agencies in the United States. So we're in a highly competitive field. The virtual collector has drawn many new clients to us because they too are interested in this new technology. And we've been able to educate our clients and our prospects on how communication habits are changing and how social networking is really revolutionizing people's usage of the internet and the web. So we want to be there. And by wanting to be there, our prospects are now saying, well, gee, this is the kind of company I want to do business with. And the other thing is that we can create new programs for our customers where we can offer them a payment portal, a virtual collector of their own, especially, as I said, if we're doing first-party receivables. So there's lots of ways in which we can better serve our customers and build solutions for them by having a virtual agent and a virtual collector.
Hi, my name is Tom Gillespie. I've been in the debt collection business since 1980. First, I was working for a company called FCA, Financial Collection Agencies, for a number of years, and I've started two companies from startup. One, National Credit Management Corporation, which went public in 1997, and in 1999, ACCESS Receivables Management. When we started ACCESS Receivables, we were looking to build a company that was going to offer some payment solutions via the web. So early on, we created a website called tomybill.com to give our debtors access to us. And that website was only marginally successful from 1999 to 2007. We got about 1% to 2% of our payments from the web. But in 2007, we looked at doing something different. We looked at enhancing the web experience and to make our approach more of an experience for the debtor, to create a virtual collector with an avatar. And that avatar was going to converse with our debtor and do what our best collector would do all the time. So we created the virtual collector and we started testing this model. And what we found is that we were able to grow that 2% to 10 to 14% of our total payments over time. And as a result, the virtual collector today has been hugely successful as part of our ongoing campaign to collect the maximum dollars for our clients.